Hammerheads, thanks for tuning in. Well, it's Sunday night again, isn't it? We all know what that means. Song recommendation time. But before we go any further with this, yeah, I'm a little bit drunk, you know, and not too bad, but I've had a lot to contend with this weekend, Hammerheads. I mean, I've had, like, you know, my mum breaking up with her husband and that. They'll get back together, it always happens. Linda's been on the phone, my sister. Anyway, then I nearly burnt the fucking house down. Aye, I was having some beans on toast for me dinner, right? Put the toast in the toaster, comes in here, gets on with what I'm doing, yeah? Next thing I know, this shrill, piercing, horrible, see, I've got a built-in smoke alarm. It's kicking right off. It burnt me toaster a fucking crisp, the toaster, for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Because I've got it out the freezer, you know what I mean? Because I've got a built-in, like, smoke alarm. Because it's... And then if it ever goes off, which it does quite frequently, and I'll get a thing through the intercom on the wall. Is everything alright? Blah-de, blah-de, blah. Yeah, I've just burnt some toast, or I've just set my girlfriend on fire, or something like that, you know what I mean? Then they go away. But I was like on this stool, flapping at this fucking smoke alarm, you know, like with a tea towel. God, I was getting so tired, and I thought, how did John McEnroe keep you up for that fucking long, man? And guess what? There's another smoke alarm about that far away from the built-in one, which is connected to the fucking mains. Why did whichever fucking moron lived here before me, did they install another one that far away from the built-in one? They were both going off. The other one, I just ripped it out of the fucking ceiling. I couldn't stand it, man. I opened the front door, I opened the kitchen window, every window in the fucking place. Eventually it shut up. But I'm still a bit deaf. Yeah, I mean, fucking hell. Noise reduction, in my idea, is like... It's not good enough, that, it's ridiculous. I've even said to them over the intercom, listen, is there any way you could uninstall this bloody thing? It's too bloody loud, it's too noisy. He says, oh no, it's for your own good at the end of the day. All right, that's why I'm walking around fucking deaf all afternoon, you know what I mean? Anyway, forget it. Song recommendation. Fucking tangents. Right then. This Sunday night is it's by a band from Long Island, New York. I always thought these were Canadian for some reason, but they're not Canadian. They're from bloody New York. I think somewhere along the line in my childhood or growing up or something, somebody's told me that these were Canadian and they're not. They formed in Long Island and New York in 1969. Mountain, that's the band we're talking about. Mountain. They were even at Woodstock. They're not on the video or anything, because there's quite a few bands that actually attended that brilliant gathering, but wasn't televised. Well, it was, but, you know, lost somewhere along the line, or just edit it out, you know, oh, who wants to see Mountain? Because it didn't have any big hits and out. But this song, right, as far as I can gather, it's about going out hunting whales. Nantucket Sleighride. That's what the song was called. 1971. And for those of you out there, Hammerheads, who's round about my age, right, you'll recognise it. You'll recognise two parts of it, and it'll remind you of Sunday dinner time throughout the 70s and most of the 80s. Listen to it and you'll see exactly what I mean. Nantucket Sleighride by Mountain, 1971. Brilliant, brilliant keyboards. Hell of a guitar. The bass is really good as well. I mean, Felix Pappalardi, the bassist. I mean, they didn't really have any big hits, you know what I mean? Mississippi Queen is probably the biggest, you know, hit he had. That everyone's heard of that, you know what I mean? Well, nearly everyone. Well, just about everyone, I don't know. It's actually on The Expendables, the film, that song. Brilliant song, brilliant band. I've got this album, Nantucket Sleighride, on vinyl. Gatefold. Don't know how much it's worth. I'll have to look into it. I've got that much bloody vintage vinyl in there. Picture discs, 10 inches, you know, coloured vinyl. Also, I'm sitting on a fucking gold mine here. You know what I mean? I am. Big gold mine. But, never mind. Put this song on, right. It's nice and mellow. Most of it is. But the heavy bits in it, you'll recognise. And it'll remind you of Sunday dinner times. I'm telling you now. Trying to think of the presenter's name. Never mind. Nantucket Sleighride, from the album Nantucket Sleighride by Mountain from 1971. And you know the bassist? Useless bit of information for you here, hamheads. The bassist, Felix Pappalardi, sometimes sang as well. Because Leslie West, the guitarist, his voice was the higher one. Felix Pappalardi in 1983 got shot dead by his wife. She shot him in the neck, right? In the Manhattan apartment. And she already got a few months in prison. Because it was like, I can't remember what she got charged with. It was a very less account of murder anyway. Diminished responsibility, something like that anyway. And anyway, she went into hiding and changed her name and everything. And anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that bit. But I'll leave the link to this song, Nantucket Sleighride by Mountain, 1971. Actually, this album was released in January 1971. I'll see you later, hammerheads. And I will have these proper intros up and running in no time at all, believe me.